everyone, this is CricketSong with Inner Wisdom, and this video is going to be answering the question, who are the divine gods? How were they created? So I was presented with this question and the follow-up question from a viewer subscriber that I was having a conversation with in the comment section of one of my other videos. I believe that video was something about the aliens, gods being aliens or extraterrestrials. I think it was in that video. I can't be certain. But this is in response to that. So how were they created, and who are the divine gods? And when we're talking about divine gods, what I'm talking about is those gods whom weren't formed or manifested from human thought. And that's a direct quote from the comments that we went back and forth, me and this viewer subscriber, when we were talking about the difference between God forms and those gods that human beings created to understand certain things that they experienced in the physical form. So these are gods that are separate from that. From my viewpoint, there are divine gods and then gods that human beings created. Some of those ideas were discussed in that video. So if I can find the link, I'll put it in the information section of this video. So this is all my opinion, my perspective. Your opinion and perspective may vary, but I'm open to having a conversation in regards to this. So feel free to comment and we can have a discussion. So I believe, this is my belief and my experience, that there is one source, whatever you want to call it. There is one energy where we all came from, where everything came from. There's one energy that is flowing through everything in the universe. It's flowing through me, flowing through you, flowing through this video camera. And this one energy is made of everything, and everything is made of it. And when we start with this one energy, we then tend to separate it. We have polarities of this one energy. We have the light and the dark. We have the love and the fear. So this one energy is both of these energies together, but they are, these two like polarities are separate in and of itself. And then we start dividing the love into different energies and the fear into different energies. And then everything else can be, you know, separated from that. So pretty soon we come down to human beings, which have both energies within us, but are also separate beings, but yet we are connected. I find and I believe and I feel and my experiences are the divine gods are higher or closer to that one energy. They were always part of that one energy. We didn't intentionally create them, but we are a part of them. So if we're looking at a ladder, the rungs on a ladder, the top rung is like that all one energy. And as you come down the rungs of the ladder towards the bottom, which is where physical manifestation is, the divine gods are closer to the top of the ladder, where the personified gods like Zeus and Aphrodite that we've created, or even, you know, pop culture characters and literary characters that some may use as gods or feel are divine, divinity in some sense, and they use them within their rituals, are closer to the bottom rungs, closer to us. And I believe that we can look at different spiritual entities that we have interactions with, and they fall somewhere on the rungs. It's like looking at the different realms of existence and identifying the spiritual entities that you meet in these different realms will tell you what sort of vibrational frequency they reside on And in that way, you can discern whether they were created by humans' intentions or whether they were always in existence and are closer to the one source. And I feel and believe that it's not necessarily like this formula that we can figure out, but it's the exchanges and the experiences that our soul, our essence has with these beings. If we ever have interactions with these beings, that can discern whether that is a divine God or whether it's a thought form or a God form or an egregore or a servitor or an angel or a demon or a beloved dead or an ancestor. It's through these vibrational exchanges that we're able to discern what and who this spiritual entity is. I do believe that exchanges with the divine gods are not as common as exchanges with the other gods, because the god forms and the exchanges that we tend to have are projections of the divine gods. So it's almost like the divine gods reside and align with a vibrational frequency that is so high and so pure to the source that it would be difficult for a human being manifested in a physical vessel to connect with that. So the divine gods project their essence into another dimension or another realm where it's easier for human beings to connect with. And though we're getting a sense of the divine God, it is sort of focused and is given characteristics that human beings would understand, would be able to relate to and work with easier than trying to reach that vibrational frequency of a divine God. I hope I didn't lose you on that. If you need, if you have questions or need clarification on what I mean, or want to just have a discussion about this, please leave comments or send me an email if you want to be more private, because this whole idea is really interesting, and I feel like we could have a great exchange in regards to who the divine gods are. I'm open to discussion, definitely, and I enjoy these discussions. So until next time, I love you.